Hello, good people. Welcome to another edition of Empowering Conversations. In this particular video, I'm going to share with you 50 fully funded scholarships in the USA for African students. You got me well. 50 fully funded scholarships in the USA for African students. In other words, I'm talking about studying in the US for free. Someone once said that information is power. And I think it's in the Bible that it is said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. What I'm going to do here is to provide you information about study opportunities for African students, and I mean Africa. All, if you belong to any of the 54 African countries, I think they are, you are eligible to check on these scholarships and see what you can do. And if you need assistance, let me know because I have details about them. Imagine studying in the United States without worrying about tuition, accommodation, or living expenses. It sounds like a dream, right? Well, it is 100% possible in today's video. I'm going to share with you 50 fully funded scholarships available for African students who want to study in the United States for free. Yes, that's right. Full scholarships that cover tuition, living expenses, and even travel cost. You know what? There's a lot of chaos because when you listen, you're like, oh, there is chaos in America. Almost everybody is afraid, and everybody seems to be leaving America. So why will I be thinking of going to study in the United States? Now, let me tell you something that you don't know. And what the current administration of Donald Trump just said. I mean, he said, I'm not saying something that I'm conjecturing, that if you study in the United States, at the time you are graduating from the university, you will hear the word college with your 4 years degree, 3 years, or whatever, or a master's degree or a doctorate, you should be given a green card. A green card is permanent residency, and it is a pathway to citizenship in the United States. That's what many people don't know. But I want to say another thing. The other group of people who are protected from this chaos are students. Because if you're a foreign student or you are an international student in the United States, you are either studying on a student visa, a scholar's visa, a fellowship visa, and whatever. So you are protected. You are not one of those people that ICE is looking for. So in all, what I'm saying is if you can have the opportunity to get a scholarship or a fellowship to come to the United States, you are protected. You will be on a student visa. And eventually, when you graduate, you may actually have a green card, which is a pathway to citizenship. Now, let's dive later. So, whether you are looking for undergraduate, master's degree, or PhD scholarship, I've got you covered in this video. If you are serious about studying in the USA, stay tuned, take notes, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more scholarship opportunities I will share with you. And please, like I say, I have a compilation of all these scholarships. Get me well on a PDF document. I can't use a video, which probably is about 15 to 20 minutes max, to present everything. But guess what? At the end, you just need to get in touch with me. I give you the full document that you explore, you look at what makes sense to you, and then you can get back to me. Say, yes, I've checked this one, it's okay. Can I proceed? How do I go ahead? Can you help me? Then I will guide you on how to do it. I've done videos on how to prepare a successful scholarship application. I'm ready to do a one-on-one with you to be able to guide you prepare it well. So Let's start, and I'm going to share the scholarships that I have with you this morning. The MasterCard Foundation Scholarship Program. MasterCard is based in Canada, but they took up an initiative to sponsor African children, African young students, to alleviate suffering in Africa. First up, we have the MasterCard Foundation Scholarship Program, one of the biggest scholarship opportunities for African students. This program partners with some of the best universities in the United States, and this includes Wellesley College. It offers full support for 9 African women each year. Stanford University, and Stanford ranks, I think, number 2 in the top universities of America. It funds 5 undergraduates from sub-Saharan Africa every year. 5 students study in Stanford under the MasterCard Foundation. The Arizona State University offers 120 students from Africa, supported since 2012. Each year it has a number of students that it takes. The University of California, Berkeley offers both undergraduate and master's scholarships under the MasterCard Foundation. All of these are sponsored by the MasterCard Foundation. Michigan State University has put aside 45 million funding commitment for African scholars under the MasterCard Foundation. 45 million. That can fund just a lot of students. The Duke University is educating 35 students from Africa over 10 years period, meaning that each year they take in about how many? You can work that out. So if you need how to apply for the MasterCard Foundation, you can go on their website and check the MasterCard Foundation Fellowship Program. How does it work? Or you shoot an email to me, or you send a message to me. That's easy. Now, there are government scholarships in the USA. The American government also offer their own scholarships. What I just read are scholarships of the MasterCard Foundation, which I said with headquarters in Canada. Now, American government sponsors scholarships for international students, including students from Africa. You have the Fulbright Foreign Student Program, fully funded master's and PhD students covering tuition, air flights, and living stipend, a living stipend. So they provide you money to take care of your accommodation, your books, movement around, to support your living while you're undergoing the program. So you have the Fulbright, you have the Herbert Humphrey Fellowship, a non-degree program for professionals to enhance their leadership skills. This is something that you may want to think. You are not ready to go back to school, but you want to improve on your skills in whatever your profession. Probably you are working in what? You are a teacher, you are a journalist, you are working in the microfinance sector. You want to improve on your skills. You are working in the bank. You are working in the non-governmental civil society. You can check out on the Herbert Humphrey Fellowship Program. It's not a degree program. When you are selected, you go and enhance your skills in a particular area. Okay. Then you have the Joint Japan World Bank Graduate Scholarship for students pursuing master's degree in development-related areas. This has been a very long program sponsored by the government of Japan. They study all over in different parts of the world, including America. Then let me take you to scholarships that are specifically for women. Scholarships that are specifically for women. So you have the Zawadi Africa Education Fund, a women-only scholarship for African students in the STEM field. You know, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics seems to be a field that is dominated by men. So there are a lot of scholarships that are encouraging women in the STEM, that is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics in that area. There are lots of scholarships. There is the AAUW, AAUW is, I think, I don't know it fully, but it is an association of university women. It is an association, international fellowship. They offer up to $30,000 for masters and PhD and postdoctoral studies to support women who want to go to school. Then you have the Margaret McNamara Memorial Fund. It supports female students from developing countries. I mean, there are just a lot of things. It is just for you to open your eyes. Don't sit there complaining, I don't have money. Now let's look at university specific scholarships. I've talked about the very first one was the MasterCard Foundation. I've talked about government scholarships in the USA offered by the US government. I've spoken about scholarships specifically for women. Then universities, there are some schools, university specific scholarship. Apart from government and foundation funded scholarship, some American universities have their own full scholarships for international students. I benefited from one. I've shared this with you. My scholarship was offered by the university itself. And some universities have real endowment fund. That the fund, I know this, I'm not doubting it. I met a reverend father who was on scholarship for 5 years. When I calculated that scholarship, it was around 300,000 US dollars for the 5 years that he was going to go through the program. 300,000 US dollars. You can multiply that by 600 to know what it is in CFA. So you have universities that have their own scholarships. So let's look at some of them. The American University Emerging Global Leader Scholarship, full tuition for outstanding students. American University Emerging Global Leader. This looks so good. I wish I were younger. I keep saying this. These are great programs. Then the Iowa State University International Merit Scholarship. It covers a large portion of tuition. New York University Wagner Scholarship, full funding for graduate studies. That's New York University. University of Michigan African Presidential Scholars Program, exclusive to African students. Each of these universities has specific eligibility criteria, deadlines, and so on. You can check on their website. You can come back to me and we navigate it together and see how we can help you. Then we have organization-based scholarships. Organization-based scholarship, organizations that also offer scholarships to students. You know, some institutions have become really that big. They have money. So in part of their giving or part of corporate social responsibility, they decide to support developing countries, struggling students, bright students who otherwise wouldn't have gone to school but for them. They identify some of those students, and you know what? They're not going to come and identify you in the house. You need to write, you need to apply. So you have the Google Lime Scholarship for students with disabilities in computer science and engineering. Please, when you listen to some of these things, you may think of some of those our students. I remember as a lecturer at the Catholic University of Cameroon, I had some of these very sharp students who had some disabilities. We have them all over. Share some of this information with them. That Google has a scholarship, Google Line, I don't know whether I'm pronouncing it well, scholarship for students with disability in computer science and engineering. Okay. You have the Harambee Fletcher Scholarship, full tuition for young African entrepreneurial leaders. And I keep saying entrepreneur is the way forward. So some institutions decide, the Harambee, they decide to support people who are entrepreneurial so that they can go back, create businesses, and employ people. The Baustani MBA Harvard Scholarship, it covers full MBA tuition at Harvard. I told you that scholarships in direct programs that benefit just you, like MBA, accounting, finance, are rare, but this is one. At Harvard, Harvard ranks among the top 10 universities of the United States. Yeah, you will expect that I should have said number one. No, I think the first number one now is Princeton. Stanford is second. Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, is the third. Yale is number four. Berkeley, Columbia, Penn, and Harvard now ranks eight as per 2024 classification. So, yeah. So, but again, those are top universities. Imagine having to do an MBA in Harvard. You become unstoppable, I bet you, because everywhere you show up, institutions want to employ you, my friends. I know applying for scholarship can be overwhelming, and you might need more details on the application process or even assistance in writing a strong application. That's where I come in. You need my help, you want more detail, contact me directly. If you don't know it, when you're done with this video, you check. You can always have it, of course, but my number is simple: 1574 386 8262. 1 for the code, 574 386 8262. Get to me and let's get going. You never know what can come out of something. I always say that life is like a book. Some chapters are very interesting, some are not. Some chapters are dull, but if you never open the next chapter, you will not know what is in it. So open the next chapter of your life. And you don't ask for help because you are weak. You ask for help to remain stronger. Have a great day. Ciao.